I believe that AI has to be combined with a human touch. So automation without empathy, I don't believe that this is the future. I think this has to be connected in the best way.
Joining me at the Speaker's Corner, powered by the New York Stock Exchange, is Christian Muche. He is the global president and co-founder of Possible. Christian, fantastic to have you here joining me at Possible.
It is a real pleasure, Judy. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
So, Christian, tell me about your vision behind Possible and what you're seeing here this year.
So when we started on this, more than 3 years ago, it's just our third year, as you know. I had the vision to be best described as to become the Davos of the marketing world. So it means I think it's the currency is no longer just numbers, right? To push for growth at all in general. It comes down to the quality of your audience in terms of how to treat them individually, more customized, more personalized. That was one of the original ideas behind. And at the end, I felt that what we built here in the meantime, it simply didn't exist, especially in the US market. And if I look around and listen to people who are telling me, how they feel, especially this year, I think we did right. And we filled a kind of gap in the event space here in the US and maybe also beyond that.
And how is AI integrated into Possible 2025? And why is it such a big focus this year?
I mean, as we all know, AI is everywhere. Everybody speaks about AI. It's a challenge, to talk about very impactful solutions and case studies on stage. For us, I've said, not just talking about technologies, in this case AI, but we need to prove it in our own way. So if you register for Possible, AI is involved. If you see all our design elements, starting from our logo and all the design on stages, etc., this is all AI generated, right? We have AI generated pathfinders and wayfinders, which helps you across the venue. And we create AI generated artwork across the venue as well. So we try everything, we can do for us and for our attendees to prove this is part of our life. This is part of our business. And that's the way how we try, to prove that this is just super important for us and super helpful.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the key trends from this year. What's driving the shift between creators and the C-suite, and how is it changing brand communications?
I think it's obvious that creators are no longer just influencers. I think they are more and more stepping into the role of a strategic advisor in a kind of being business owner, while the C-suite is becoming more and more a creator. I mean, we see more and more stories and creations, from C-suite as well. I think this is merging, and we see it here. We see this kind of collision of both happening in our discussions, but also in terms of our audience. I think it's quite obvious. And most important, I feel that brands realize that creators needs to be part from the beginning on, also being part of the concept of a campaign and not just executing something.
Now, marketing is moving into the boardroom. So tell me, how are CMOs helping shape company strategy and culture?
CMOs, I think, are no longer report to the board. They are part of the board. They sits at the board. I think what CMOs really do is, they're having an impact on the whole corporate kind of strategy, the business development side. They obviously help to figure out, the best business plans from their perspective as well, in terms of, how to reach out in the best case to their customers, for example. I see more and more impact from CMOs going or moving into the other parts of the company than vice versa. We had a situation, I think, some time ago where we were expecting exactly the opposite, but I think we could, as an industry, we could turn it around, and CMOs are becoming a much stronger part of the C-suite and the board of a company.
And Christian, how can brands balance automation with emotional connection, and why is that important?
I strongly believe that data or technology can create a huge momentum, but creating trust as a brand, for example, I believe in personal relationships. I believe that AI has to be combined with a human touch. So automation without empathy, I don't believe that this is the future. I think this has to be connected in the best way.
And how is in real life engagement setting the tone for brand building?
I mean, look at us. We are sitting here next to each other. It feels still different, right? We could, of course, have a video chat and have the same conversation. Um, and I think this is the success of Possible. We bring in 5,400 attendees this year here at Possible. And why are they coming? Not just because of the nice weather here in Miami. At least I hope so. This is still the driver for also business opportunities, creating real relationships. For myself, I experience a lot of virtual introductions, and we are used to it now. Of course, it's part of our business, but I still feel a difference if I'm going to see or meet somebody new at least once in real, in real life. That makes still a difference, and I believe not just for me.
Now, you mentioned earlier that you hope that Possible will become the Davos of the marketing
Yeah.
world. Do you think it'll happen?
I think it will happen. I think we're on our way. We are not there yet. And of course, it's important not to misunderstand or misinterpret this kind of comparison. Davos, of course, has a complete different agenda, as we all know. But becoming the Davos of the marketing world means we bring the most relevant decision makers together. I also ask about growth and growth potential for Possible. I'm saying always, numbers are not important for me as long as we stay focused on that quality level, on that seniority level of our audience, bringing the decision makers to get together to solve our challenges and problems in our industry. Everything is linked to the economy, everything is linked to our societies. If we are able to focus on that as an industry and find solutions, then it becomes the most impactful event. And then we may be able to call it the Davos of the marketing world.
Well, Christian, thank you for welcoming the New York Stock Exchange to Possible. It's been
Thank you.
fantastic to be here at Speaker's Corner.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.